1 2 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2. All right, we are live here for senior night here at Ronkin Field as your Chargers take on McCook in the last home game of the year. Jace Coyma will be starting on the mound for your Chargers.
Leading off for McCook, Christian Charg, playing right field, number 1.
Dylan Connect doing the catching today. Infield working left to right, you have Hayden Gorsett, Drew Weir, Gabe Long, and Pete Samp over at first. And your outfielders consist of Braden Whitty, Tate Connell, and Jay Kumpel working left to right. Gorgeous day here in Sioux Falls. Wind blowing out towards center.
Lucky we caught him high because they might have taken the speed out.
Got the mound for the Chargers.
Finally, we have a really good day here for baseball. So new rankings came out today in Class B, and your Sioux Falls Christian Chargers are currently in third behind Del Rapids and Hanson Bridgewater Emory. And we're only behind Hanson Bridgewater Emory by 0.11 points. Followed by Lennox, MVPCS, Tri-Valley, West Central in 7th, and Coleman, Egan, Flandreau in 8th. And so Jace Coyma is ready to go here on the mound. And he'll face the leadoff lefty for McCook. And Jace misses high and outside for ball 1. Another ball high there for Jace. Misses outside. So Jace Coyma starting out with 3 straight balls here to the leadoff hitter for McCook. And there's a strike on the outside part of the plate. So 3-1 count now. And that's going to be a walk. So a leadoff walk for McCook.
Leadoff walk brings up number 20, Owen Schmidt.
And that'll bring up number 20. Pete Samp over at first will hold the runner on. There it is, in for a strike. That's what we like to see out of Jace, working ahead. Short lead for number 1 over at first. And that's fouled back, so Jace quickly ahead 0-2. Ooh, chopped foul off the batter, so we'll do 0-2 again. A little bit bigger lead over at first. Roxy fires chopped to Pete, and he gloves that in foul territory. So number 20 doing a good job of staying alive. Got down 0-2, still 0-2, but he's fouled off 3 straight pitches to... And Jace rings him up as he catches the inside part of the plate there.
Strikeout brings up the team with Corbin, shortstop.
So that'll be the first out of the game, and I'm bringing number 10, righty, with 1 on and 1 out. There's a chopper. Hayden Gorsett gloves, throws down to second, gets him in time. Oh, I'm not. The umpire's saying he was off the base. That looked pretty good to me. I don't think so. I hope he appeals to the home plate umpire because I had a great view from it up here. And his foot was on that base. And the ball was clearly there in time. Coach Gorsett's going to come out and have a conversation. But, I mean, that's a clearly a totally blown call. He's going to confer with the home plate umpire. Oh, God, that's awful. It's just awful. Well, so good play by Hayden Gorsett. But runners on first and second after just a terrible call. And there's a swing and a miss to the cleanup hitter, number 8. So Jay's going to have to work out of a little bit of a jam here. There's a high ball that is going to get out of play as Dylan chases it, and that's beyond his reach. But that is going to be 0-2, and Jace Koima could really use a strikeout here. He should be 1 strike away from getting out of this inning, but instead... misses high and outside. Runner down at first is getting a massive lead. I'd love to see Pete slide over and back pick that runner. Dylan's got a clear line of sight down to first. Here's the 1-2. And there's ground ball to step on third. Hayden with a little bit of indecision was trying to throw the runner out, but takes the lead runner. So we take the force out at third, so that's 2 outs now, still 2 on. And that's going to bring up number 5 for McCook. There's a swing and a miss. Jace with a nice fastball there on the outside part of the plate. Swing and a miss. Foul, maybe a foul tip. Doesn't matter either way. Strike 2 it is. And there's a high fastball. And that's the second strikeout of the inning for Jace Koima. So a walk, a terrible call, and 2 left. And we'll head to the bottom of the first with your Chargers coming up to bat. You have to call it a hit. Yeah, because it's not an error. No, he didn't move his foot, so yeah. Yeah, his foot was there for an extended period of time, so I mean, I don't know what he was watching. Luckily, it didn't cost us, though, so. Oh, my mic was still going. Perfect. You guys got all that. Fantastic. I thought I hit pause, but hot mic. Hey, at least I didn't say anything that was overly stupid.
That's awesome.
I might as well just leave the mic on for right now. So leading off, well, for your Chargers, we'll have Drew Weir followed by Tate Connell and Gabe Long.
Batting leadoff, number 19, Drew Weir.
Hopefully we see Pete Samp and Jace Koima up this inning as well. All right, Drew Weir is going to step in and lead off here for your Chargers. So number 2 is on the mound for McCook. And Drew looks at ball 1. A lot of chatter out of that dugout down there. Now, we do have some extra people in there today. So that is a full dugout. So I would expect them to be extremely loud. And that's ball 2. So Drew looking for to counter our leadoff walk with one of our own. Ooh, must have caught the inside part of the plate. So 2-1 here to Drew. And luckily the scoreboard does not have to change because it was already 3-1. So preemptive. So here's the 3-1 to Drew. There's a ground ball to the shortstop. Gloves, throws in time, and Drew Weir is going to be retired. Something that did not happen at all on Friday night.
Short brings up number 4, Tate Connell.
So that's going to bring up Tate. There's a ground ball to third, gloved by the third baseman across the diamond and gets Tate Connell by a step. So a couple quick ground outs here in the bottom half of the first inning.
Another ground out, third brings up second baseman, Gabe Long.
So 5 pitches, 2 outs here. Chargers are hacking at stuff like they have somewhere to be and be there quickly. But that's going to bring up Gabe Long here with 2 out. And that curveball sails above his head for ball number 1. That's fouled back into the netting. Now even the count here at 1-1. I guess Pete just wanted to get some extra jogging in as he jogged in to try and grab that ball and failed to do so in a timely manner, and the catcher grabbed it in time. Here's a curveball for strike 2. So it's going to be 1-2 here to Gabe. Ball bounces in there, even in the count at 2-2. If you are listening to this game, you should be here in person. It is a gorgeous night out here at Ronkin Field. And that ball is hammered into the gap by Gabe. That's going to be extra bases. Gabe rounding second. That's still sticking on the warning track. He's going to give it a run to third. Here comes the relay. Gabe slides, and he is in with a 2-out triple. As that ball one hop to the fence and crushed by Gabe Long. So that's going to bring up Pete here with an RBI opportunity and 2 out. Ball gets away, and that is going to be the first run of the game. And Gabe Long's triple and a wild pitch leads to the first run of the game, and your Chargers lead 1-0. Ball sails high. So Pete ahead here 2-0 with Jace Koima on deck. And that sails high. Last couple games, your Chargers have done a lot of damage with 2 out. Not giving up on an inning and fighting every at bat, getting some runs in. That's what we like to see. That ball misses inside, and that's a 4-pitch walk to Pete Samp. So after 2 quick outs, Gabe Long triples, Pete Samp walks, and a wild pitch brings in a run. And we're going to see here if Jace can help himself out and add some runs to that lead. Ball misses low and inside. Braden Whitty on deck. Oh, Pete's going to get picked off. There's a throw down. Oh, that's over his head. Oh, no. Great backup by the shortstop. And Pete is going to be out at first as him and the first baseman collide. And that will do it. So 1 run, 1 hit. Hope Pete's okay. He's holding his hand a little bit. But we'll head to the top half of the second, and your Chargers leading 1-0.
End of the first, 1 hit. We scored 1 run. Chargers lead 1-0.
live. All right, top of the second here. Number 4 is going to lead off here for McCook. Jace Koima back out for his second inning of work. And that ball misses low. Ball misses inside. Jace wants a new baseball as he throws that one towards the dugout. You know, if it's got a nick or a cut in it, Jace needs to find a way to use that to his advantage, as Greg Maddox always did. And that ball sails high, so I'm not sure if that ball was any better. But it's 3-0 to the leadoff hitter for the second straight inning. And that misses high. So back-to-back innings with leadoff walks.
Walk brings up number 16, Noah Durfee.
So that's going to bring up number 16. Well, let's see if we can get a double play here for Jace. And that ball misses high and inside. Runner takes his lead at first, held on by Pete. That ball misses low, and that's going to be a pass ball through the 5-hole of Dylan. And the runner's going to move up 90 feet. So 6 straight balls to start the second here for Jace Koima. And McCook now has a runner in scoring position and nobody out. That ball misses way outside. That's a massive lead for the runner down at second base. I'd love to see Drew Weir dive in behind him, try and match him with a pickoff move after we got picked off to end the first inning. And that's ball 8.
Walk brings up pitcher Clayton Hoffman.
So that's going to bring up Jace's counterpart here, number 2. Looking to get there is the first strike of the inning for Jace as he paints the outside corner with a fastball. Bunt shown. Chopper. Dylan. Oh, grabs it. He's out at first. That ball was going to roll foul. But Dylan grabbed it in fair territory, able to get the runner by a step at first. But that's going to move up each runner a base. So now runners on second and third and only 1 out. Ball's going to get away from Dylan, and that. So 2 wild pitches in this game have scored a run for each team. And so your Chargers aren't out of this yet. Still a runner down at third. And a 1-0 count here to the number 11, a lefty for McCook. And there's a fastball on the inside part of the plate to even the count at 1-1. There's a chopper to the second baseman who just threw it into the dugout. I don't know what happened there. Gabe gloved that and then went to throw it at Pete at first and just threw it 8 feet above his head. Ooh. I don't even know what to say about that, other than that brings in another run. McCook with no hits in this inning. 2 walks, an error, and a couple wild pitches and a sacrifice bunt have scored 2 runs. And we got Coach Connor out for a meeting on the mound. So your Chargers now trail 2-1. 1 out here in the top half of the second. Runner on second. And number 1, leadoff hitter, is going to step in and face Jace.
Number 1, Christian.
So he's showing bunt. That ball misses outside. So Pete is charging here. Hayden is playing even with the bag. So if it's bunted down that third base line, I assume Jace is going to try and field it. And there's the ground ball. Let's see if Gabe can make this. There we go. Nice, easy throw over to first for the second out.
Ground out brings up number 20, Owen Smith.
You're going to like that little bit of redemption there for Gabe Long. So 2 out now. But the runner does move up 90 feet as that ball is grounded to the right side. So Jace just needs to keep this ball out of the dirt, help his catcher out. And that ball misses low for ball 1. Ball misses inside. So Jace behind here, 2-0. There's a chopper foul. All right, so 2-1 here. There's a chopper, high chopper. Hayden gloves in front of the shortstop and throws over for out number 3. Good play by Hayden Gorsett on that high chopper, and that'll do it.
And it's the top half of the second.
So 2 runs on no hits.
Scores 2-1, McCook.
1 left. And we will head to the bottom half of the second, and your Chargers trailing 2-1.
Jake Humble. I'm sorry. Jace Coyman, sir.
It's going to bring up Jace Koima, who was at bat when the inning ended after Pete got picked off to end the first. Jace looks at strike one. It's been a technical adventure up here in the broadcasting booth before the game, and it continues in here into the second. That is fouled back, so Jace quickly behind here, 0-2. You see Jace, Braden Whitty, and Jake Humple. And we'd love to see Dylan Connect and Hayden Gorsett as well. Ooh. Ooh. And that ball reminiscent of a ball last inning that we saw go to the first base direction. So it is a hot night, so I don't know if hands are slippery or what, but it is a 1-2 count here to Jace. And that's the second straight one that has been above Jace's head, and Jace is taller than me, and I'm 6'5". So that ball is pretty high. That catcher's having to sky to get those. Ooh, big cut on a high fastball, and Jace is retired on strikes.
Strikeout brings up Braden Whitty.
All right, so that's going to bring up Braden here. That is ball one. Hopefully we can get something going before we get to 2 outs. As Jake Humple waits on deck. Coach Gorsett yelling at Braden not to go chasing. And Braden head here 3-0. Oh, ball was high, and
Walk brings up number 24, Jake Humble.
Braden will take a stroll down to first base, and that's going to bring up Jake here. Back throw over. That gets away from the first baseman. And Braden is going to take off for second. And he's going to round it. Takes a look. So that'll move a runner in scoring position. That one is fouled back into the net. Jake looking to add to his RBI total here on the year, as he's second on the team in RBIs with 8 so far. Lead it down at second for Braden. There's a throw. That bounces in there. So Jake ahead here 2-1. First baseman playing in on the green, expecting maybe a bunt from Jake. Big gap on the right side, though. There's a throw over. Braden dove back, looked like he was short, then crawled back to the base. Interesting swim move. But either way, he's safe. The ball misses high, so 3-1 now here to Jake, with catcher Dylan Connect waiting on deck. There's a chopper, and that's gloved by the catcher in foul territory. So count full now here. One hopper gets by the shortstop. They're going to send Braden, and that gets away from the left fielder. And that is going to be an RBI, and Jake is going to get tagged out as he was trying to take second base. Another base running mistake by your Chargers. Does get a run home to tie the game at 2.
That single brings home Dylan, or brings up Dylan Connect, number 40.
So Dylan comes up, 2 out. Nobody on. And he looks at a fastball at the knees for strike 1. Hayden Gorsett on deck if Dylan can find a way on. Ooh, and that's going to hit him. That's the second straight game he's been hit.
My pitch brings up third baseman Hayden Gorsett.
We're going to see a pinch runner. It's going to be Caden Colterman coming out running for the catcher. Bounces in there. Catcher knocks it down, keeps it in front of him. Throw over. Caden back easily. Hayden thought about it, but checked his swing and is now ahead 2-0 with Drew Weir on deck. Hayden skies one on the infield. Calling for it is the first baseman, and that is going to be the third out of the inning. Your Chargers score 1 to tie the game on a hit by Jake Humpel.
1 run on 1 hit, 2-2.
So we'll head to the top of the third with this game all tied up. All right.
Leading off for the Burrows. Number 10, Zane McCormick.
So number 10 is going to lead off here for McCook in the third. Jace Koima back out there, hoping that we can get not walk the leadoff hitter for the third straight inning. Well, didn't walk him, but we hit him. So,
pitch brings up first baseman Dawson Dorn.
So that's 3 straight innings, the leadoff man on for McCook. That'll bring up number 8. Ball misses high. Hayden playing in front of the base at third. Maybe looking at a bunt. There's a ground ball. Just missed down the line, as that was probably foul by about a foot or less. So I'll even the count here at 1-1.
It'll be sporadic, but I want it right now.
High and inside, misses. So runner down at first after getting drilled on the first pitch of the third. And Jace 2-1 here. That is skied high. Oh, coming in and under it is good play by Jake Humple out there in left.
Fly out to left brings up first baseman Dawson Dorn.
So 1 out now here. And that's going to bring up number 5. Jace comes set. Throw. There's a chopper, foul. So Jace ahead here, 0-1. That is fouled back at us. And so Jace quickly ahead here, 0-2. Do see some action down in the Charger bullpen. Not sure who's up. Ooh. Misses on it. I think that curveball slipped out of his hand as that sails above number 5's head. I'll bring the count here to 1-2. There's a chopper, another one foul. Oh, great play by the coach for McCook as he gloves barehanded and throws a dart back to Jay. So it's a good play by the coach down there. Either way, we're going to do 1-2 again. And that's a strike on the outside part of the plate. That's a good pitch by Jace.
Strikeout brings up number 4, Bradley.
And then it'll be Jace's, I believe, 3rd strikeout on the day. That's the best curveball of the day for Jace Koima. And that catches the outside part of the plate. And that's strike 1 to number 4 for McCook. Bounces in there. Dylan does a good job of keeping that in front of him. Not allowing the runner to take an extra 90 feet. So 1-1 is the count. Ooh. Jace Way inside as number 4 jumps out of the way of that fastball. So 2-1 now is the count. Ooh, and Jace buzzes the tower on that. So 3-1's the count here. After a leadoff hit by pitch, fly out and a strikeout. And then that ball misses inside. So that's going to be a 2-out walk here in the third.
16. Noah Durfee.
It's going to bring up number 16 for the Burros. And he's going to have runners on first and second. There are 2 out, though. Chargers looking to get out of this inning with it all tied up at 2. Jace misses inside here. That's Jace's 53rd pitch of the game. And that ball scoots away from Dylan. He has a shot, and he's just going to hold on to it as that ball scoots away from him, and each runner moves up 90 feet. So now runners at second and third. 2 out, 2-0 count. Yeah, there's a strike down the heart of the plate. Ball misses inside. So I'll bring the count here 3-1. Oh, it's 2-2 is what the umpire is saying. The count is 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Not sure what I missed. And that ball misses inside, so that's going to run the count full. I'm not sure what happened. I was paying pretty close attention, and I think we stole a strike somewhere. We'll totally take it. And there's a swing and a miss. Strike 3, and the Burros are going to leave 2, and we'll head to the bottom of the third, tied at 2. Well, and see, and this is why, you know, if you're listening to this, that means you're not here. And, you know, Sioux Falls Christian students right now could currently be getting free pizza, as there was too much pizza ordered, and like to the point of where we're giving it away to the students. So if you're listening to this and you're a Sioux Falls Christian student, hurry up, get out here. You got free pizza waiting for you. But Drew Weir is going to lead off here in the third. And there's a liner right to the shortstop. And Drew Weir retired. That ball was smoked on a rope. Unfortunately, it was right at the shortstop. And McCook doing a very good job of holding Drew Weir down, which not a lot of people have been able to do so far this season. But that's going to bring up Tate Connell. And Tate lines one in front of the left fielder, and that's going to be a one-out single for Tate Connell.
Single to left brings up number 25, Gabe Long.
So Gabe's going to come back in, who one-hopped the fence for a triple back in the first. That's off the third baseman's glove. Throw over, and Tate is going to be out. He thought that was a liner going to be caught, and he gets thrown out at second.
Nice play by the third baseman. It brings up number 20, Pete Sam.
That's two balls that have just been smoked by Gabe Long. So that's going to bring up Pete here with two out. And throw over. Gabe back in there safely. We do not need any more base running errors, as we've already had a couple here in this game. That is a foul ball as Pete tries to check his swing. And it just catches the inside part of the handle and goes to the backstop. Ball gets away. And that's Wade hopping down the first base line. Oh, and he's going to go for two. There's the throw over. And that's a good piece of base running by Gabe Long on the throwing error by the pitcher as that gets away from the first baseman. And Gabe takes two bases on that and is standing at third. And Pete is looking for an RBI here. Pete with 7 RBIs on the year. And he looks at a ball. So 1-1's the count to Pete. There's a ground ball in the hole, and that is going to be a 2-out RBI single for Pete Samp. And that is going to give your Sioux Falls Christian Chargers a lead. It's a great piece of hitting by Pete. He is clutch with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. He just finds a way to get it done. And that's going to bring up Jace. And Jace is going to get drilled. So that is going to bring up Braden Whitty with 2 on, 2 out.
Hit by pitch brings up your right fielder, Braden Whitty.
And I think we're going to get a courtesy runner for Jace. And that is going to be, I think that's Will. I believe that's number 10. Oh, no, that's 18. So we're going to get a pinch runner and a courtesy runner. Okay, so we'll get you. Will's going to come in and run for Jace. And we got, I do not have a number 18 on my roster, so I do not know who is pinch running. Down at second. This probably could be one of the freshmen and sophomores who. So 18 for 20. Doesn't help me with the name, but we appreciate the umpire keeping me informed. Brooks Clapp. We figured out who 18 is, and he's going to come in and run. And so here's Whitty. And he foul. It's off his foot, so that is a foul ball. And that's a great lucky break for us because he would have been thrown out at first relatively easy, and we would have been out of this inning. Where now we still got a shot to add a couple more runs. Braden just needs to find a ball and drive one. The ball misses inside. Good job by the catcher on blocking that. All right, so 1-1 here to Braden. Jake Humpel on deck. Ooh, he took a daddy hack at that one. And he fouled that straight back. He was on that. But that's going to bring the count here to 1-2. That curveball missed high. So that's going to even the count at 2-2. Ooh, curveball dives inside. Full count here. If I'm Braden, I'm going to let that curveball hit me. Everybody's going. That's foul tipped, held on due by the catcher. And that'll do it for your Chargers in the third. They do add a run. They get the lead back on a couple of hits. And we'll head to the fourth with your Chargers leading 3-2. All right. Starting the fourth here. And for the fourth straight inning, The leadoff batter for McCook's been on via walk or hit by pitch.
Brings up center fielder Parker Brandon.
So that's going to bring up number 11. Throw over. And back in there is number 2. Oh, we do have a change. Yeah, Pete Samp behind the plate now. Dylan over at first, and that ball misses way outside. Runner going, throw down by Pete, one hop, and he is safe. That's a great throw by Pete. Pete one hops it in there, and Drew slap tags him as he just got under the tag. And then Jace behind here, 3-0. And a runner on second. Pete's going to go out and talk to his pitcher. And that is going to be a generous strike call. That ball looked like it was outside, but it's called strike 1. And the ball gets away from Jace on the throwback from Pete. So 3-1's the count. Nobody out. It's a 1-run ball game here in the top of the 4th. And that is not going to get that call, and that's going to be a walk. And we're going to, I think we're going to have a pitching change because we got Coach Gorsett coming out.
Right fielder Tristan Trump.
Yeah, it's going to be a pitching change, and we're going to see. Well, they're going to bring in Maddox here to hopefully keep this lead. That does it for Jace. He is responsible for both runners on first and second. There's nobody out, and we'll be back here after some warm-up pitches. All right, so final line for Jace on the day, 3 innings, 1 hit, 2 runs, 1 earned, struck out 4, walked 5, drilled a couple, and is currently responsible for runners on first and second here, nobody out in the 4th, and Maddox Munson on in relief. Which should be interesting. I couldn't tell you the last time I remember him coming in the middle of a game. And we are set. So that's going to bring off the leadoff hitter, number 1, for the Burros. I would expect a bunt here. That ball is bounced in there. And so Maddox's first pitch is bounced in there and skips away from Pete. So the runners each move up 90 feet. It's a 1-0 count here. Runners on second and third. And that ball misses outside. So here's the 2-0. That ball misses way outside. So 3-0 here. I guess first base is open. And that's a strike on the inside part of the plate. As number 1 thought he had walked. So hopefully here we can make him pay for that error. Max is going to step off. Number 1's going to step out. And there's a swing and a miss. And the count is now full. And that's going to be a strikeout. It's a good pitch by Maddox on the outside part of the plate.
Strikeout by Munson brings up number 20, Owen Schmidt.
Maddox makes it interesting after starting 3-0, but gets 3 straight strikes to strike the batter out. It's going to bring up number 20 for the Burros. 2 runners still in scoring position, but now we have 1 out. Ball misses inside. Here's the 1-0. And that's a strike on the inside part of the plate. I don't even want to play catch with him. 1-1's the count. And there's a fastball right down the heart of the plate. And Maddox ahead here, 1-2. Corners are playing in, even with the bag. That ball misses inside. Evens the count at 2-2. It's hit up the middle. Drew and Gabe are going to seed the run to get the out at first. I assume Dylan and Hayden are looking to maybe come home if this ball's put into play. And we don't have to worry about the ball being put in play because that is the second straight strikeout for Maddox Munson.
Strikeout brings up number 10, Zane McCook.
So that's going to bring up number 10 with 2 out. This would be a heck of a job by Maddox to get out of this unscathed. But he has to go through number 10 still. And that's a strike on the outside part of the plate. Maddox back to wearing his traditional 31. Yeah, for the last couple games, road games, he wears 22 because He's lost his road jersey. And that's a strike on the inside part of the plate. So Maddox ahead here 0-2. And a strike away from getting out of a massive jam. Ball just misses inside. So 1-2 is the count. And that is lined over the head, and then that's a fair ball down the line off the end of the bat. And that is going to be a 2-out, 2-strike single. That's going to bring in 2 runs. As he reaches out and pokes that one over the head of the first baseman. And your Chargers now trail 4-3.
Now batting number 8, Lane Deutsch.
And that's going to bring up number 3 with a runner on first. Big swing and a miss. And there's another swing and a miss. So one more strike from Maddox should get him out of the inning here. That is hammered high, going back at the track and then coming back in. He got most of that, but it flew out to Jake Humpel and left.
Top of the 4th. Cook scores 2 runs on 1 hit.
So 2 runs on a hit. Walks come back to kill your Chargers. And your Chargers now trail 4-3 as we head to the bottom half of the first inning, or the 4th inning. All right, Jake Humpel going to lead off here for your Chargers in the 4th, who now trail 4-3. Bottom half of the lineup coming up. Jake Humpel, Dylan Knecht, and Hayden Gorsett. Anybody else gets up, we'll see Drew Weir. Big curveball as he swings through that. Ball misses high. So evens the count here to Jake at 1-1. There's a liner. Oh, and that's caught in the air by the shortstop.
Lineup
And
brings up number 40, Dylan Connect.
so 3 pitches resulting in a line out to short. That is a strike on the outside part of the plate to Dylan. And that was only the 51st pitch by the Burros pitcher here. Curveball misses outside. Evens the count to Dylan 1-1. Ball misses inside. Just about hit him again. And right now we'll take base runners any way we can get them. There's a hard ground ball to third. Oh, hops out of it, hits the heel of his glove. And Dylan Connect's going to be on for the second time in this game.
Now batting number 23, Hayden Gorsett.
And we are going to have Hayden Gorsett come up. We're not going to have a pinch runner because Dylan has moved from catcher to first base. There's a ground ball foul. So Hayden behind here, 0-1. Drew Weir in the on-deck circle. Ball sails high. So 1-1 to Hayden. Ground ball to the first baseman. He's going to just walk over and touch first. Dylan's going to move up to second on the field. All right, well, that's going to bring up Drew. Now, Drew's gotten out first 2 at-bats today, so I would expect this one to be hit hard somewhere and him to pick up an RBI. As that ball misses inside. Drew can find a way on. Tate Connell is on deck. That curveball sails over Drew's head. So Drew ahead here 2-0. Hopefully they gotta bring something to him. That is hammered down the left field line, but that is gonna be foul. As Drew turns on one and just a little too eager. So here's the 2-1. There's a line drive. Oh, and gloved by the shortstop in the hole for the 3rd out of the inning. So your Chargers leave 1, get none, and we'll head to the 5th as your Chargers are trailing 4-3. All right, number 5 is going to lead off here for the Burros.
First baseman, Dawson Jordan.
Burros leading your Chargers 4-3. Top of 5th, and Maddox Munson out for second inning of work. And that is popped down the right field line. Coming in is Braden Whitty and makes the catch in foul territory. That is a long run for a right fielder.
Play by the right fielder brings up number 4, Preston Bradley.
So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 5th on a great play by Braden Whitty. Dylan Connect and Gabe Long were given chase, but Braden was able to come in and make that out there in no man's land in foul territory. And there's strike 1 to number 4. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 2. So Maddox ahead here quickly 0-2. Maddox bounces one in there. So 1-2. And there's a high fastball as he swings through that. So a couple quick outs here in the 5th for Maddox Munson.
Strikeout brings up number 16, Noah Durfee.
So I'll bring up number 16 with 2 out, nobody on. And Maddox looking here for the first 1, 2, 3 inning for your Chargers today. And Maddox misses inside here for ball 1. Pete Samp back behind the plate doing the catching as him and Dylan switched spots last inning. And there's another ball that just missed off the inside part of the plate. So Maddox behind here 2-0. Maddox misses with that. So Maddox behind now 3-0 after getting 2 quick outs to start the 5th. We'll see if he can battle all the way back here. And he cannot. And he's going to, that's a 4-pitch, 2-out walk. So much for that 1, 2, 3 inning I was talking about. But that's going to bring up number 2 here with a runner on. And
Now batting number 2, Clayton Hoffman.
that ball misses inside. So Maddox with 5 straight balls here. Big swing and a miss. Well, that's going to even the count at 1-1. Ball sails high. So Maddox now behind 2-1. There's a fastball to the outside part of the plate. So 2-2 now to number 2 with 2 out. Ball bounces in there, throw down. he is back safely. It was a good idea by Pete. Good snare by Dylan. But run the count full here. Runner goes, and Maddox strikes him out. So no runs, no hits, one left. We'll head to the bottom of the fifth. And Chargers still trailing 4-3. Jake Connell set the lead off here for your Chargers in the bottom of the fifth. And that ball in there for a strike. Curveball swung through, and Tate behind quickly 0-2. Gabe Long on deck. And we'll see Pete Samp at this inning as well. That's a sky-high fly ball to the first baseman, who's under it, gloves it, and Tate is going to be retired.
Now, first baseman brings up your second baseman, number 25, Gabe Long.
So that's going to bring up Gabe here. Looks at strike one. Gabe tripled back in the first and then lined out on a laser to the shortstop in the third. Ball high. Evens the count at 1-1. Chargers needing base runners as they trail 4-3 in this game. Ball missed outside, 2-1. If he can find a way on, Pete Samp has been extremely clutch the last couple weeks. That ball misses inside. So base hitter ball 4 will totally take it from Gabe. And that ball misses high, and that is a walk.
Walk 25 brings up first baseman, or catcher, Pete Samp.
So that's going to bring up Pete here. And we're going to have C. Maddox Munson on deck. That ball missed inside. Almost hit Pete. Throw over. Oh, good play by the first baseman as he dives over Gabe to make that play. There's been a couple balls that went down that right field line, so he saved a. That ball sails high. Woo! Good vertical by the catcher with all that gear on. Pete way ahead here, 2-0. And he looks at ball 3. Chargers just needing base runners. And that's a strike. So 3-1 to Pete. Gabe down at first. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Ball missed outside, so back-to-back walks.
Number 31, Max Munson.
And that's going to bring out a visit from the Burrows coach. And Coach Connor is going to come over and talk with Maddox and Coach Gorsett. The Burrows pitcher's at 70. Oh, I'm at the wrong game. Sorry, guys. It's at 74 pitches on the day. All right. So Max is going to step in here with 2 on, 1 out. All right. We've got a pinch runner down at first base for Pete. That ball misses way outside, snagged by the catcher. Braden Whitty on deck. And the ball catches the outside part of the plate. So here's the 1-1 to Maddox. Oh. And that's called strike 2 as it paints the white on the other batter's box. So Maddox needing to protect here, down 1-2. Got to find a way to at least move the runners over. Smokes one. That's going to be right, caught by the center fielder. Tagging is Gabe Long. He's going to be in safe at third. So Maddox gets a good piece of it, but lines out to the center fielder.
Now, center fielder brings up number 2, Braden Whitty.
So Gabe Long tagging on the play. And that the 2 out, runners at the corners. And Braden Whitty coming up. Runners going, and that's popped up on the infield. And going back out is the shortstop, and it reaches up and makes the catch. And that'll do it for your Chargers in the 5th. They leave 2, and we'll head to the top of the 6th with your Chargers trailing 4-3. All right. Maddox Munson out for this third inning of work.
Leading off Parker Randall.
It's going to bring up number 11 for the Burros. Your Chargers running out of time here on senior night. They trail 4-3. Looks at strike one. Here's a chopper. Gloved by Maddox, who's going to race over and get the out at first. Dylan was off the bag trying to catch the ball. Max gloves it and then out races number 11 to first base to get him by a step. That's a great play by 31 there.
Next play by the pitcher brings up number 1, Tristan.
So that'll bring up top of the order here for the Burros, who only have 2 hits on the day, but they have 4 runs on the board. And that's going to be the third hit of the game, as that's driven it into center field in front of Tate Connell. It's going to be a 1-out single.
Single brings up number 20, Owen Schmidt.
It's going to bring up number 20. Rocks and fires. Strike one. Need to get out of this inning with the score the way it is. Big swing and miss. 2 quick swing and misses for Maddox. Strikeout would be extremely welcome here. And that's a strike. And
Strikeout brings up number 10, Zane McCook.
that'll bring up number 10. Number 10 had a bloop single back in the 4th. It's brought home 2 runs, which is the difference in this game. And Maddox bounces one in there, and the runner moves up to take second base. That guy cannot come in to score. Not sure why Dylan's playing in on the green at first. There's a line drive. Good bounce in front of Tate. Tate comes up throwing. There's cut off by Dylan and holds the runner at the corners. So Tate Connell comes up firing.
Single brings up catcher Lane Doge.
So runners on the corners here. Maddox needs to keep this one out of the dirt and help his catcher out. Ball misses inside. Gotta find a way to get out of this one. 31. Big swing and a miss. So 1-1 the count here to number 8. Runners on the corners, 2 out. And the Chargers trailing by 1. ground ball. Glove by Gabe, throws over high. Dylan grabs the tail, and that is the third out of the inning. So Max gets the ground ball when he needs it, right to Gabe Long, and the Burros lead 2, and the Chargers trail by 1. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th.
And at the top of the 6th, 2 hits, no runs. Score 4-3.
All right, Jake, I'm going to lead off here in the bottom of the 6th. Shannon, I hope that's better now. Jake looked at a ball high, looking next on deck. And Hayden Gorsett